All right, everyone, let's get started. Let's come up onto our feet and taking a nice big breath in and exhale, bowing forward. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, relaxing down, soften our knees and slowly coming all the way up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart and hands to side and reaching up. Big breath in. Exhale, bowing down. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, relaxing down, soften your knees and slowly finding your way back up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart, hands to side, and one more. Taking a big breath in and exhale, bowing down. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, relaxing down, soften knees, and slowly coming all the way up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart, hands to sides. This time, let's reach all the way up. Exhale, bowing all the way down. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale. This time we are going to add on. Option 1 is stepping it back right to downward dog. Option 2, my cat has decided to do yoga with us, is to come into plank. And from here, keeping the elbows hugged in. Just being extra careful. If anybody else has any dogs or cats, hello, this is Lady Ripley, who's peeking around the corner there. Taking a nice big breath in. And exhale, tuck the toes and stretching back into downward dog. And walking through the feet. Feeling nice wide spread fingers, feeling your ears framed by your arms, and feeling the engagement of your arms, your shoulders. Walking through the feet, feeling belly button pulled up and in. And when you're ready, soften your knees, looking past your hands. Jump, step, or float the feet forward. Inhaling for a halfway lift with a nice flat back. Exhale, relaxing down, soften your knees. Slowly coming all the way up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart and hands to side and reaching up. Exhale, bowing down. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale into plank and coming down through chaturanga. Scooping heart up into upward facing dog and tuck your toes. Stretching back into downward facing dog, walking through feet. And taking those big breaths in and big breath out. And picking up your left foot, taking a nice big breath in. And on your exhale, taking left knee towards your forehead. And inhale, reach back. Exhale, left knee forward. Inhale, reach back. And 2 more. And reach back. Last one. And then taking left knee to left upper arm. Gently reaching forward. And inhale, reach back. And reaching forward. Inhaling, reach back. Reaching forward. Inhale, reach back. One more. Inhaling, reach back. Taking left knee over to left, the right upper arm. And reach. And 3 more. And last one. When you're ready, we are going to step our left foot between our hands, planting foot onto the ground, taking our right knee back, coming up into a crescent lunge, reaching arms up towards the sky, taking those big breaths in and big breath out, feeling that nice stretch Inner right hip flexor as we breathe. One more big breath, slowly bringing your hands down, straighten your front leg, flexing that front foot, and very gently rocking back and forth by bending into your front knee, and then straighten. Gently back and forth. Starting to release your hamstring, feeling that stretch. And one more. Softening into the front knee, planting right hand on the ground, extending left arm out to the sky. Taking a big breath in on the exhale, curling over. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, curl. And inhaling, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. One more. And reaching up, seeing if we could open our heart just a bit more to that side, taking big breaths in and big breath out. One more big breath on the exhale, both hands on the ground, tuck your back toes, coming back into a three-legged downward dog, picking up that left foot, bending knee, stacking left hip over right hip. As we breathe, making sure our hands are equally on the ground. As we take those big breaths in and big breath out. One more big breath on the exhale, both feet on the ground. Option one is to stay here. Option two is to add a vinyasa, coming forward, down through chaturanga. Inhale, scooping heart up into upward facing dog, tucking toes, back into downward dog, and one more. Coming all the way up to high plank, down through chaturanga. Scooping heart up into upward facing dog, tuck toes, stretching back into downward dog, finding that foundation left side, picking up right foot. Taking a nice deep breath in on the exhale. Taking right knee to forehead and inhale, reach back. Right knee to forehead, inhaling, reach back. Two more. And last one, reaching like that. Taking that right knee to right upper arm. And three more. Really feeling yourself pulling up through pelvic floor. And one more. Crossing it, taking right knee to left upper arm. And one more. When you're ready, stepping that right foot in between your hands, coming all the way down, bringing knee down, extending arms up, taking a nice big breath in and big breath out, making sure front knee is directly over your ankle. And when you're ready, bringing hands all the way down, starting to straighten the front leg, flexing the foot, and then reaching back and forth, softening into the knee, and then lengthening back the leg, flexing foot. And two more. And last one. Softening into front knee, rooting into left hand. We are going to extend our right arm to the sky and open up our heart, taking a big breath in. On the exhale, curling over. And inhale, open. Exhale, curving over. Inhaling up. Exhale, curving over. And two more. And exhale. And one more. And exhale, both hands on the ground, tuck your toes when you're ready. Coming all the way back into downward facing dog, picking up left foot, bending knee, stacking hip. Really breathing again, making sure both hands are equal. And one more big breath on the exhale, slowly unstep. Soften your knees, looking past your hands, jump step or float feet forward. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, relaxing down, soften our knees. Slowly finding our way all the way up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart. And hands to side. And reaching up. Exhale, bowing forward. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, bringing hands onto the ground, jump step or float feet back into plank. We are going to come into a side plank when you're ready. So planting right hand or right elbow underneath right shoulder. Feeling free if you'd like to take. Option 1 is left knee comes down to the ground. Option 2 is to straighten, taking top leg over. 3 stack, 4 is tree. 5 I don't know if I can do today, which is bringing it all the way where you extend that leg into a star. Pulling up through the pelvic floor. And one more big breath on the exhale, slowly coming to the other side. So when you're ready, left hand, left elbow. And finding that foundation whenever you're ready on the opposite side. And one more big breath on the exhale, slowly unstep. Coming back to center, coming down. We chaturanga. Scooping heart up into upward facing dog, tuck toes. Coming back into downward facing dog. This time, picking up left foot. Taking a big breath in on the exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back, exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back, 2 more. And last one. When you're ready, stepping left foot in between your hands, coming all the way up into a high lunge. Softening into front knee, feeling free. If you'd like to turn your back toes out, just making sure your pelvis is facing the front. Arms are going to come up into warrior 1 arms. Really breathe. Taking those big breaths in and big breath out. Imagine breathing through the bottoms of your feet, just really allowing yourself to anchor down. And one more big breath, slowly straighten, square the hips, reaching hips back, coming into a pyramid, really trying to keep your spine long. As we reach forward, pulling your left hip, that front hip back, allowing yourself to square your hips. Taking big breaths in and big breath out. And one more. On the inhale, slowly finding our way back up, softening into front knee, reaching arms up, taking nice big breath in and big breath out. And one more big breath when you're ready. This time taking arms behind your back, roll the shoulders back, interlace, and reaching hips back, chest forward. Trying to make sure the back of your neck is in alignment with your spine, that the head is not dropped down, feeling belly button pulled in, So even if your belly is touching the top of the thigh, it's still engaged. Trying to keep your toes nicely widespread as we breathe. Taking those big breaths in and big breath out. One more big breath on the inhale, slowly finding ourselves back up. Very carefully reaching arms all the way up again. Taking big breaths in and big breath out. And one more big breath, slowly bringing hands all the way to the ground, picking up our back foot. You may need to hold on to a chair. You may be okay bringing your hands all the way to the ground as we slowly find our way into standing splits. We're working our back leg. Eventually, it may or may not go all the way up to the ceiling. Mine does not, but yours might. So gently working, if you can, seeing if you can take your hands to wrap around your calf or ankles. Really breathing as your heart reaches towards your shin. One more big breath on the exhale, walking your hands slightly forward, just so you can have a little bit more balance. Take that back leg on the exhale, bringing it up to your forehead, reach it back. Exhaling, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back. Knee to forehead. Inhaling, reach back. Exhaling, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back. Two more. Last one. Reaching it back, this time soft and supporting leg, taking back leg in. So it's almost as if your knees are making a diamond shape. Gently bend and lengthen. Bend and lengthen. One more. And lengthen, flex that back foot. And pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And point. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And step it back. Bringing it back into downward facing dog, walking through our feet. And slowly coming back up, coming all the way forward, down through chaturanga. Inhale, scooping hard up into upward facing dog. Tuck your toes, stretching back into downward dog, coming back up, high plank, down through chaturanga. Scooping hard up into upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck toes, stretching back. One more. All the way up and down. Inhaling, lifting hard up. Exhale, tuck toes, reaching back. When you're ready, picking up our right foot, big breath in. On the exhale, knee comes forward. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee forward. Inhale, reach back. Knee forward. Inhale, reach back. Two more. Inhale, reach back. Last one. Inhaling, reach back, stepping that foot in between hands. Find that foundation when you're ready. Coming all the way up, taking those big breaths in and big breath out, reaching arms up towards the sky. As I fall over, I can tell today I should have gone for my run. Really breathe, feeling body, fingertips reaching up towards the sky. Feeling yourself rooting into your feet. Taking those big breaths in and big breath out. Two more. And last one, slowly hands to hips, straightening front knee and squaring hips, reaching hips back. Chest comes forward. And one more big breath. On the inhale, finding our way back up, extending arms up to the sky. Hips are nice and square, softening into front knee. As we take those big breaths in and big breath out. And one more big breath, slowly taking hands behind back, shoulders back, straighten front leg, square hips, and bowing forward. And one more big breath. On the inhale, slowly coming up last time. Soften knees, hips are square. And breathe, reaching up, softening into the front knee a bit more if you can. And slowly bringing hands down, picking up back leg into what we call standing split. And if it feels okay, squaring the hips by dropping left hip and then lifting the leg a little higher, belly button in. Starting to walk your hands back towards the back of the mat, and if and only if it feels okay, picking up one hand, possibly the other, bringing it into a standing split. One more big breath, and on the exhale, slowly walking hands forward, finding that foundation, big breath, and on the exhale, back knee comes towards forehead. Inhale, reach back, and knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back. And one more, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back, soften, supporting knee, gently bend. And extend, lengthening both. And soften. And lengthen. And soften. Lengthen, one more. Reaching it, flex the foot and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Point the toes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And step it back into downward dog. And breathe for 5 big breaths, staying here. And one more big breath on the exhale, slowly coming all the way forward, down. Inhale, lifting hard up, and exhale, tuck toes, reaching it back, coming forward again, coming down, scooping hard up, and reach back. One more, coming forward, down. Inhale, reach, and exhale, tuck toes, reaching it back. Soften into your knees, looking past your hands. Jump, step, or float feet forward. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, relaxing down. Soften knees, slowly finding your way all the way back up. And breathing in mountain pose. Taking big breaths in And big breath out. Couple more. Imagine breathing in through the bottoms of your feet. And one more big breath when you are ready. Softening your knees. We are coming into chair. So bending your knees, reaching your hips back, letting arms float up to the sky. Knees, if you look down, should be in the same direction of your toes. They're not going in, they're not going out, they're directly aligned. Reaching those arms, reaching your hips back a little further. Trying to elongate your collarbone as we breathe. And I don't know about anybody else, but does this feel uncomfortable to you? I know it does to me, and it's interesting because the Sanskrit word that means chair, Uttanasana, actually translates directly into uncomfortable pose in English, which I think is appropriate. One more big breath on the exhale, coming all the way down. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, bringing hands to the ground, soften knees, and bringing hands, jump, step, or float, feet back into plank, coming down through chaturanga, scooping hard up into upward facing dog, tucking toes, stretch back into downward dog, coming up, high plank, down. Inhale, lifting heart, tuck toes, reach, coming forward again, high plank, down. Inhale, scooping hard up. Exhale, tuck, reach back, one more, coming back up, down. Inhaling, scoop, tuck, reach back, picking up left leg, exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back. Exhaling, knee to forehead. Reach back, knee, reach. One more. And this time, stepping foot forward, we are going to come into a warrior two. So we are going to pivot our back foot, opening up our hips towards the right wall. Really breathe. Taking big breaths in and big breath out. I am going to turn around so you can see a little bit better. Really breathing. So again, our left foot's forward, or my apologies, yeah, left foot forward, right back, and breathe. And slowly taking arms behind back, shoulders back, interlace, and coming into humble warrior, flat back, bowing forward to the inside of your front leg. Really lifting heart, really elongating. And one more big breath, slowly coming back up. Open your arms, straighten out our front leg, reaching our right hip back, bring into what we like to call triangle extending. Our right arm up to the sky if and only if it feels okay. If you're able to keep your top shoulder stacked over bottom, a lot of times we end up curved, keeping it open. Really breathe. Sometimes you may need a yoga block underneath that front hand. Really breathing. Or perhaps a blanket that's folded neatly where it's fairly firm. Just being careful not to trip on it. And one more big breath. On the inhale, slowly coming back up, turning front palm up to celebrate your warrior. Reaching, big breath in and big breath out. And slowly coming back to center, hands to hips. Pivot feet out towards the corners of your mat. Soften your knees. And very carefully, bringing the elbows in into goddess. Picking up, right heel, bringing it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and both. Here we go. If this is too hard, you can always do 5 to the right and then 5 to the left. That's 3, 4, 5. If you're doing just one switch, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your toes forward, flat back coming down into a forward fold. Really breathe. Feeling your tailbone reaching up to the sky. And taking those nice deep breaths in. And deep breath out. And one more big breath. Whenever you're ready, slowly finding our way back up, turning your right toes forward. We are coming to the other side. Pelvis is facing the left side. Taking your arms and extend. Right arm forward, left back. Getting a nice crease at the top of the thigh. As we breathe, taking big breaths in. And big breath out. And one more. When you're ready, taking arms behind back, shoulders back, coming into humble warrior, nice long spine. Back, the neck is long too, belly button pulled in. And breathing into our hips. And slowly finding our way back up. And very carefully soften into front knee. Reaching back hip as we slowly straighten front knee. And bringing it into a triangle. Opening up top shoulder, pressing into the edge of the back foot for a little bit more power as we breathe. And one more big breath, slowly coming back through center, turning front palm and celebrating your warrior. Reaching right arm up to the sky, exalting. Making sure back hand may be touching, but it's not resting where it's putting weight on that back leg. And one more big breath, slowly coming back through center, hands to hips, very carefully pivoting feet, coming back into a goddess, softening knees, elbows hugged in, pull up through pelvic floor, and very carefully taking both heels off if you can. Option 1 is heels on the ground, 2 is heels off, just bringing it 1 inch down, 1 inch up, literally 1 inch. don't know about you, but my legs are shaking a little. And pulse, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and straighten. Toes facing forward, reaching forward, hands to ground, tailbone up to the sky. And slowly bringing hands back up, very carefully coming all the way back up. And when you're ready, slowly finding our way back up into mountain pose, taking big breaths in and big breath out. And 2 more. And 1 more. And when you're ready, we are going to find your way down onto our back. Knees about hip distance apart, sitting up nice and tall, and slowly rolling down. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Coming all the way down. I'm just going to inch so you can see me still. And when you are ready, opening arms out to the side, feet hip distance apart, and allow the knees to melt from side to side. Just releasing our low back. And slowly finding our way back to center. If it feels okay, picking up both feet. Knees are still hip distance apart. You'll notice your knees are going to want to hug into chest, making sure they're stacked over your hips. Ankles stacked too. Big breath in on the exhale. Letting knees melt to one side and then to the other. Making sure you're not too close to walls. Sometimes you may find your back might crack during this. Mine just did. So just noticing your body as you inhale through center. Exhale as we come to the side. Big breath in through center. And exhale to the side. And 1 more on each side. And coming back to center, making sure knees are stacked over hips, gently tapping. Tiny taps low back. Feeling it gently pressing towards the ground as we tap. And if it feels okay, bringing one leg and then the other. Trying to keep your neck, your shoulders relaxed. And if it feels okay, adding opposite arm, opposite leg. Checking your low back, making sure it's still engaged. Making sure it may or may not touch the ground, but it's reaching towards the ground. And if it feels okay and your neck is feeling safe, reaching to your outside toe, looking towards the ceiling to keep that neck in alignment. And one more on each side. Slowly coming all the way down, and allow your knees to melt from side to side, releasing the abdomen. And coming back to center, reaching fingers and toes to opposite ends to yawn. And stretch, feeling fresh, cool air coming in, warm air coming out. And slowly relaxing your arms, relaxing our legs, slowly finding our way into what we call Shavasana, turning palms up to receive energy or turning palms down to ground, and allowing your eyes to soften, or close. And feeling yourself taking a nice deep breath in and exhale. Starting to feel movement returning to fingers, toes, hands, and feet. If you'd like to reach your arms above your head to yawn and stretch, please do. Feeling fresh, cool air coming in, warm air coming out. And soften your knees. And very carefully, using your hands to guide you, slowly start to find yourself back up to a tall seat. Feeling your sits bones melting into the earth, feeling your crown reaching up to the sky, and bringing shoulders all the way up. And exhale. And when you're ready, reaching your arms all the way up, taking a big breath in. And on your exhale, bow to thank yourself. And I thank you too. Namaste, everyone.